Hey everybody, my name is Samantha Gelman, and I had to jump on to do this grant because this is super important to me, as I'm sure it is for many other people. As you can see, I'm coming off a 12-hour work shift, so don't mind me because wards has been tough during the COVID pandemic. But anyways, I'm a third-year internal medicine resident in Riverside, California. I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York, completing my internal medicine residency at UCR School of Medicine, Riverside Community Hospital. My day-to-day is busy to say the least, but I get so much joy from knowing that I change the lives of those around me, as do those around me who change my life daily. My plans are to become a cardiologist so I can provide preventative care in this field and be a woman who kicks butt in medicine. There's not enough of us in this field of cardiology anyway, so that's always a barrier I want to get through. I worked in Riverside for almost 3 years now and have absolutely loved serving the population here. Being able to be a part of such a diverse population allows me to not only expand my own horizons educationally, but also allowed for me to embrace various cultures as well. Moving on to why I chose a career in medicine. So I come from a large family with heart disease in my bloodline. As a child, everyone would always look to me for advice, and it's as if I was naturally drawn to science and medicine. The only thing I was missing was the knowledge, and I knew that I was placed on this earth to help people. A little background about my family. We came to the United States as refugees, my family did, so that I can pursue a career I would never be able to because I was a woman and of a religious background that no one wanted to accept at the time. My family went through hell and back to try to get me to and through medical school, financially and emotionally. It was during high school that I started working towards the field, and in college I worked my butt off just like everyone else to get into medical school. And then for medical school I went away to AUA, College of Medicine, and had to learn how to be an adult, living in a different country, fending for myself. It was incredibly eye-opening to grow up as a human being away from family and close friends. I can talk about this forever, should probably write a book about it, but that's on another note. During medical school, my grandmother became sick with something known as meningomatosis, and to help alleviate the financial stress, I worked a second job in retail to help support my family while living on loans. Naturally, obviously, the financial burden did take a toll, but so did the emotional. At the peak of her illness, I flew home a few days before my step 2 exam to see her and say my goodbyes as we were transitioning her into hospice care. And unfortunately, my grandmother passed away on the day of my step 2. I believe that I passed that exam because she was by my side the entire time, and I immediately flew home right after the exam for the funeral. If anyone knows me, they know that my grandparents are my life, and because my grandmother was my life, and dealing with the financial struggles of her passing was a whirlwind in and of itself. Because of all the arrangements and costs surrounding her medical bills, we had to take loans to be able to pay for residency applications, living expenses, and everything else. Those times have passed, but the emotional struggles will always remain. So hardships are something a lot of us are used to, but going through it during medical school and again during residency with another passing of one of my close grandmothers while I was here allowed me to put myself in my patient's shoes. Also during the COVID pandemic, that became even more transparent when you can't see your family members, so you act as that emotional bridge between patients and their families. This reminds me that I'm not only destined to do this, but also that we all carry some form of resilience we're unaware of. My goal is to project that across all aspects of medicine. There were obviously a lot of financial and emotional hurdles through the years, but learning about how to manage money and becoming financially literate has definitely been helpful. Seeing myself and others work second jobs to help sustain our lives and still thrive in our fields is amazing. And that's why a grant like this will help individuals like me make the impact we plan on making, considering what has been going on in the world and what we have been through. With this brief about me in mind, my plans are to impact the community in preventative medicine. I hope to be at the forefront of change, and I'm blessed to have supportive friends and family around me. I'm motivated by many things, but I can't wait to give back to my family all that they gave back to me, and then some. On a lighter note, I love to have a good time at work or anywhere. I think that your mood impacts everything, so I'm always keeping things light, even in the hardest of times. Ask anybody. With that said, my go-to pump-up song is always Cool Girl by Tableau. Surprising thing about why I chose this path. So my boyfriend, who was my best friend at the time from high school, found the medical school you can go to straight from high school. If it wasn't for that eye-opening experience, who would have known where we would be today? But anyways, we made it through. How do I take my coffee? So I love a pumpkin cold brew during the fall season. I know, pretty basic. But on a day-to-day basis, an espresso with French vanilla creamer does the trick. One piece of advice that has been invaluable to me in life: don't let anyone tell you what you can or cannot be. If that were true, I wouldn't be here right now. It's a long road, but a great one. Thank you so much for doing this New Icons grant. It is a gift any of us would consider a huge help, and it is such a blessing that opportunities like this exist in a time full of so much turmoil. Have a great day, everybody, and I hope all of you guys get to win, even though it's only 5 of us. Thanks, guys. Bye.